So today's webinar is being recorded. We're focused on national projects funded through the Inflation Reduction Act. I'll be sharing some big picture context, and then we'll have 3 brief presentations from Samira Malone, Matt Gray, and Shonda Andrews. I'll then moderate a panel conversation and the question and answer session with you focused on this topic. So that we can engage all of you in this webinar presentation, we invite you to put your questions in the chat or raise your virtual hand if you wish to share information and be elevated as a potential respondent to provide additional perspective to our community. So the context piece. I will assume that if you're here today, you have heard something about the historic investment in urban and community forestry through the Inflation Reduction Act. This piece of legislation, passed in 2022, directed the Forest Service to invest $1.5 billion in tree planting and related activities, with a priority for projects that benefit underserved populations and areas. We're doing this work through our existing program delivery channels, namely partnerships with state and territory forestry agencies, and a much expanded network of partners that includes 12 national pass-through partners. Our guests and panelists today, the Center for Regenerative Solutions, which is working in partnership and through fiscal sponsorship of the Urban Sustainability Directors Network, the Student Conservation Association, and the 1890 Universities Foundation are 3 of these national pass-through partners. They will be telling us about their role as one of these national pass-through partners and the desired outcomes and details of their UCF IRA program of work. These partners are playing a critical role in expanding our urban and community forestry network, deepening our urban and community forestry movement, and preparing a new cohort of trained and energized employees and leaders. Among these particular partners, there's a strong story arc from USDN's urban sustainability perspective and work with municipalities and community-based organizations, to their tighter focus on an urban forestry fellows and community forestry corps program. They're delivering the latter in partnership with the Student Conservation Association, which is also establishing and growing additional urban forestry corps. And the 1890 Universities Foundation is focusing on community-engaged approaches to building out urban forestry professionals and academics within their university network. These 3 partners are in great company, working alongside the Arbor Day Foundation, American Forest, Hispanic Access Foundation, Green Latinos, River Network, the Trust for Public Land, Groundwork USA, the Core Network, and the Sustainable Forestry Initiative as national pass-through partners. This network, the state and territory forestry agencies, and all of our regions across the U.S. Forest Service are investing, again, $1.5 billion across the entire U.S., all states, Washington, D.C., territories, affiliated Pacific Islands, federally recognized tribes, and other tribal communities and organizations. They're engaged in community engagement and urban forestry planning, in responding to extreme heat, to planting and maintaining trees for the long term, and one of the most important things in my mind, and something that our speakers will be talking to today, workforce development, building out our long-term capacity to maintain these trees, maintain these communities, and maintain these investments.